back. It is the Pat Donovan Show, and sometimes these are the things that happen here on TampaLiveSports.com, where we're brand new and we're kind of working out the kinks. And, you know, sometimes you get a show host who will hand you a microphone but won't turn it on for you. So when those things happen, you don't really hear much of what our guests have to say, so I do apologize at home, but hopefully you stuck around, and we'll do this all over again because I think it's a great cause and an important subject, and I think that, you know, I talk to people every day that are ignorant about pit bulls, and it hurts me when I hear it because, again, the best dog I ever had was a pit bull, and we have Connie Johnson here for the, I'm going to let you say it because I keep screwing it up, and I
Shelter Partners for Pit Bulls.
Shelter Partners for Pit Bulls. It's not project at the end. I don't know where I saw that. I thought it said project.
Say project if you want.
Okay, Shelter Partners for Pit Bulls, and anytime we can partner with these guys and anybody doing something good for dogs, and especially for pit bulls, I'm behind it. So, Connie, talk a little bit about what you guys do, how you help these dogs get adopted, and some of the things you have coming up here in the Bay Area.
Well, my job is a community initiative where what we are really trying to do is re-educate the public on the temperament of the American Pit Bull Terrier, because they are, as you can see, wonderful dogs. They are not all bad at all. A dog is like what I said earlier that you didn't hear. A dog is what you make it, and it's just like a child. If you don't love, nurture it, and show it that there are guidelines and rules, then it's going to do whatever it wants. They're high-drive dogs, so they do need activity in order to chill out like this. It's not hard to do this. It's really not rocket science. It's a great dog to have, and they're about as loyal as they can get.
And we talked about this already again, but of course the microphone was down, and you know a little bit about this, and I talked a little bit about this. Before I got my pit bull, I did some research, and I was amazed to find out just how much of a part of the American family the pit bull dog was up until people started doing foolish things and giving the dog a bad name because of bad people.
Correct, and the dog has actually been, like you said earlier, a family dog since the 1800s, and even in your military, many of the history notes that you look at, the dogs were the mascots, and it was the American Pit Bull Terrier that was a mascot. And there's many websites that you can go on. The history of the pit bull will be available at an event that we're having on June 4th at Rowlett Park. And you just need to really understand that these dogs are not bad. They're like any other dog. They are just a dog, just like any other dog. They are what you make them.
Yeah, and I won't tell the whole story again, but to what she said, I got a Jack Russell, and we had Sasha the pit bull, and the Jack Russell was the one, or the Rat Terrier, I'm sorry, was the one that we were always worried about, you know, coming after you and barking and just being a pain. And the pit bull was just never an issue at all for us because she was such a great dog, and they are such great dogs. And unfortunately, so many of them are being euthanized because there's not enough homes, and there's not enough people that know enough about the dog to bring them into their home. I think there's a lot of people that would bring pit bulls into their homes, but they've got this misconception about what the dog really is because of media, because of bad people that have turned some of the dogs into vicious animals. It's not the dog being a vicious animal, it's a person turning it into a vicious animal. And I think that's something people need to know is just how good these dogs are when they're raised correctly.
They are absolutely a perfect family member. You couldn't get a better dog for your children. They will guard your children, they will protect them, and they'll be another child to you. They are wonderful. This dog, I've only had her 2 weeks.
Yeah.
She was a cruelty case, and I adopted her because I absolutely fell in love with her when I first saw her, and she is perfect. Absolutely.
Yeah, and like you said, she was a cruelty case, so this is a dog that's been through some things.
She is great with other dogs. I have 7 other dogs. She's great with my grandchildren. She's just wonderful. I mean, I take her everywhere, and she's had zero training, zero.
And these two dogs, just so you know, did not know each other, had not been around each other prior to today. Prior to just outside the studio 10 minutes ago, these dogs had never been around each other, and you see how comfortable and how they've almost built a bit of a companionship already. You know, I seen them outside, the way they were reacting. I thought that they were lifelong, dog friends, if you will. Allen Hudson also joins us from pitbullgear.com, and talk about your website and some of the things you have there and what you wanted to do with your website to change the perception of this great dog.
Okay, what we did is that back in '07, we were looking around at shirts because I've been a pit bull owner for over 30 years and just always found shirts and apparel that was putting out a negative image of the breed with the fangs and the slobber and all that kind of stuff. And so we came up with some shirts positive to promote the breed in a good way where owners would be proud to wear it and stuff. And from that, we just built a website, and we provide a lot of education on there, and we do many other things, like we build collars and special necklaces and stuff for the breed where pit bull owners are proud to wear and stuff like that. Yeah, on June 11th, we'll be hosting an event at Tampa Fairgrounds. It's called Bullies Against BSL, and it's to raise money for the Miami Coalition Against BSL, where you're not even allowed to own a pit bull down there, and those guys are fighting hard to try and get that law overturned. So it'd be great to see a lot of support out there for them.
Absolutely. And BSL, if you can explain it for those who don't know.
It's breed-specific legislation. Basically what it is, it's a law that generalizes a breed where you're not allowed to own that dog. They call it a dangerous dog, and you're not even allowed to own it if you live in those boundaries. And it's really an ignorant law.
Yeah, it is an ignorant law, and we here certainly don't support things like that, and hopefully you guys will support these guys in trying to change some of that breed-specific legislation, because it's not fair. I've had a pit bull. You see two pit bulls here as they kind of kiss each other. They're just great dogs, and it's a shame to me that the people don't understand it. But I'm thrilled that we have people like you guys in the community to give these dogs a good name. And again, June 11th, it's at the State Fairgrounds right over there off 301. If you can get down there, talk about a little bit about the event. If you know what's going on, are there going to be some special guests? Is there any fee to come out to the event? And you know, what kind of things are there going to be some fundraising events there? I mean, what kind of things can we expect out there on June 11th?
Basically, what we're going to have is all the entrants. It's only $5 to get in, and all that money is going to go right to the Miami Coalition Against BSL. And what we're going to have is we're going to have actual sanctioned dog shows where you show your dog like what you see on TV at Westminster, and we're also going to have a fun show where any dog, whether it's papered or not, can enter. And there's all sorts of different classes for that. And we will have a guy out there who's going to be doing canine good citizen testing and temperament testing for your dog. So if you want to prove how great these temperaments are on these dogs, you can come out and take advantage of that too.
And talking about the good citizen thing, Connie, you were saying, you know, when these dogs are going to get adopted, they actually have to receive this. So these people have some assurance. If they have any kind of concern, this kind of gives them that assurance.
We do have a program at Animal Services, and we have a wonderful volunteer trainer, Dwayne Bryant, that does every Wednesday night, and during the week they have other classes, and these dogs obtain their CGCs. Not all of them get them, but a lot. We only have so many people, because it's volunteer-based, so many people that train. So if you have extra time and want to get involved, certainly come to Animal Services and volunteer for that. But the more that we can do to show the positive image of these dogs is what we're going to do. And on June 4th at Rowlett Park in Tampa is called Neighborhood Pitbull Day, and I'll be there offering free spay-neuter vouchers, free microchips. There'll be face painting, ask a trainer, ask a vet, anything like that that has to do with helping people that need help with their dogs. That's what we're there for.
Great. Again, Connie Johnson here and Allen Hudson, pitbullgear.com. Is there a website for the?
It is. It's HCAS, HCAS, Animal Services, Hillsborough County Animal Services Pit Crew, PITCREW.
Okay, so you
Facebook page.
Oh, join them on Facebook. I'm certainly about to go do that as well. I'm going to tell you right now, on June 11th, if we don't have a sports broadcast going on that day, I think we'll try to get a camera crew out there, maybe do we also have a segment called The Look Around the Bay, where we go to different events to try to feature some of the things happening around Tampa Bay. So I'd love to get out to that. I'm a big proponent of pit bulls. They're great dogs. They're great animals. If you're thinking about adopting a dog, give a pit bull some consideration, because they're a lot better dogs. If you don't know already, there's a lot of you out there that do. If you're one of those people who's not quite sure, they're a lot better dogs than you've heard they are. You see right here 2 dogs that, this one's just 2 weeks with Connie here, and she's doing great. And then also Kyra over there, and you see them giving each other kisses. Good dogs, great dogs. If you want to adopt a dog, certainly do. June 4th at
Rowlett Park, June 4th, and Florida State Fairgrounds, June 11th.
There you go. So definitely check that out, and we'll try to put together a TLS TV look around the Bay on that event. I'd certainly love to be out there, and we're going to let these guys go. But thank you for coming in, and you see, again, just a loving dog, great animals. I know my wife is watching at work right now, and she's very jealous that I'm sitting here with a couple of pit bulls, because we love them a lot.
Come see them anytime.
There you go, and maybe we'll do just that. So thank you guys for coming in. We're going to take a quick break. Actually, Darryl, what we got for time?
We've got about 8 minutes.
You know what? That's it for the show today. I'm taking off early. It's Casual Friday. You do whatever you want on Casual Friday. We're taking the rest of the day off. This video we just separated. We're going to throw this up on YouTube as well, so if you guys want to share that. But we're thrilled to have these guys in here. Pitbulls are great dogs, people. If you don't know, get around one. Get around somebody who has one. I think you'll be very surprised just how unbelievable these dogs are. Thanks for joining us at the Pat Donovan Show. We'll see you on Monday.